Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie Jessica. We should have bought party hats for this.
We should have. Or like, no, I'd had to vacuum the confetti up. Never mind, no confetti. So what is this?
This is our anniversary video. So it's our 2-year anniversary video. And we will also be giving away our 2K.
Yes.
Announcing our 2K book
winner.
Yes.
Yeah. So yay. So first off, thank you. Because we couldn't have done this without you.
Yes.
2 years. It has been so much fun. We've had so many events and just all the videos we've made. We've had so much fun doing this. It's been great. Okay, so before we get started, hit that subscribe button because obviously we do give away free things here once in a while. But you know, you want to be here. We're fun.
Yes. Yes. Lots of fun stuff planned, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah. All right. So let's get started.
Okay. So we're going to start with our end of year stats.
Oh,
how'd your year go? Okay.
So for this year, I read 451 books, a little less, 19 less than last year, but I started a business and it slowed me down a little bit.
It's okay.
But it's still a lot of friggin' books.
That is a lot of books.
Yeah.
So I read more than I've ever read. I read 404, which brings our total to 855 books read on the channel.
I love that. 855 books between the two of us. That is an insane number of books.
We've given you 855 book recs in our 1 minute book recs, plus all the other videos we've done.
And really only a handful of those are ones that we've both read.
Yes.
Because that doesn't happen quite often. So you're welcome. That's a lot of books, guys. So yeah.
Okay.
So
we're going to dive into our questions that you guys had for us for the anniversary video. So how long have you been best friends and how did you meet?
We've been best friends for 27 years. It'll be 28 years this coming May.
Is it?
It's 24 years?
Yeah, it's been 27. It'll be 28 in May.
Why am I questioning that? That just sounds like a very long time. Did you see the video I sent you last night? Did you see that with the girls? The two girls were out to dinner and they were like, the way I'm with my I've
sent one of those to you before.
But it's true. I'm with the love of my life, and our husbands are here too. So yeah, I've been with Mandy longer than my husband. 27 years. We met in high school. Mandy, you were part of the tri-district classes.
Yes, we could take classes at different high schools depending on the offerings, and so I was going to the school we graduated from for horticulture.
Yes. So Mandy was at a neighboring school.
I took a math class there too.
You might have.
I think I had to take the horticulture class or something. And and then I just transferred to that class.
Because she was at a neighboring school. Or we had 3 schools within 5-mile radius of each other. They called us a tri-district, so you could go to each one. So Mandy transferred out there our junior year or sophomore year?
Junior.
But our sophomore year is when she took the classes. And we were both very involved in horticulture. I didn't want to dissect pigs or sheep, so I chose horticulture. I really loved that. But we were also in the horticulture team. This is what
it was FFA.
It was FFA. And so we went around at least once a month. There was a competition where we would all travel together, this group of us kids with our teacher, and we would do these horticulture and landscaping competitions where you had to identify the flora and do a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's where we were put together. That's where we got to be really close because we were together for a whole weekend without adults, except for maybe 1 or 2 every week. So that's where it started.
You know that suspect thing that people keep doing on TikTok? Suspect is, and then they say something.
Yeah.
Suspect is too busy oversharing to run.
So true. Anyhow, that's how we met. We were stuck and we were together ever since.
Yep.
Prom was when we solidified it though. No, we just were like, this is going to be our anniversary day. This is going to be our thing.
That's when we declared our bestie status.
It is. So that's why we have an anniversary, because we know when our prom was in our junior year. So we've been friends.
You made it sound weird.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
What inspired your channel and collaboration?
You go right ahead with that one. This was all you.
Well, I started reading when I got COVID.
COVID, everybody started
reading. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, no, it was like in 2022
two, because I
I
started
got
reading
COVID. You had already been reading for a while.
Yeah.
And so then I had read the After series, and you're like, hold on, read
They're
this
so
stuff.
much better.
And, yeah. So most of 2022 was spent reading like the most amazing books ever, because I got all of Jessica's 5 stars that she knew I would like based on what I was liking from what I was reading. And so then I kept telling you, we were using Marco Polo, and we would Marco Polo each other, like reviews, like 4 or 5 times a day. We would be like updating each other on what we were reading. Sorry, I just drank Diet Pepsi, so I like feel like I'm burping.
Oh, you're good. You're not burping in my face. We're good.
So I kept telling you we should do something with this, and you were a little hesitant, and I was like, let's just try it. So then we decided, I think we decided right around Thanksgiving in 2022 that we wanted to do it. And then we decided to plan it all around like kind of winter break, because I would be off and we could really kind of dive into it. And it was a lot to take on.
It was insane. It was a lot to learn and take on. And we were going to wait till January 1st to start. Yeah. But we got so excited that we launched on December 30th or December 29th. We were like, I can't wait. There was a lot of growing pains. There was a lot of learning. It's not as easy as it sounds, especially because there's 2 of us and we're in 2 different locations. So it was not that. It's not as simple as let's just start a channel. It just didn't work that way. And I think that's what I knew going in when Mandy had talked about it. I'd watched other YouTubers and I was like, that looks like a lot. And she works full time. At the time I was working full time and running my personal business. And so it was like, I don't know how we're going to do this. Yeah. But we managed to make it work.
But the fact that there is 2 of us helps with a lot of the work as well. Yeah. And we've been really good friends for so long that those bumps and things we're able to work through, and we know how to take on our roles, and
we know when the other one's frustrated, we know how to deal with that, we know how to move forward. We know when one of us gets bitchy, just to let her be bitchy. So, and I'm talking about me, guys, not Mandy. So,
I get frustrated,
I get bitchy. Yeah. But we know that, we know how to deal with that. So I think if you're going to take it on as just one person, it is a lot of work. And we hear that from our other YouTube friends. Yes. It is a lot of work because it's a lot of work for the 2 of us. But again, there's 2 of us. So everything is divided. Like Mandy deals with a lot of our social media. I do a lot of the editing. And like that is kind of, we've figured this out now. So for the most part.
Yes. I actually sent Jessica a TikTok. It was this couple going on vacation, and it's like the guy is like, we just parked the car and it's going to take us 12 minutes to get to the gate, but so-and-so is going to probably have to pee. That's going to take us 2 minutes. So we should still arrive to the gate with like 20 minutes to spare. And then the lady is walking and she's like, we're going on vacation. Ooh, I have to pee. I sent it to Jessica and I'm like, this is so us, because that's exactly what it is when we travel.
Mandy is very type A and she plans everything to the T. And if Mandy wasn't with me, that's how I am with my family. But I know Mandy's got it. So I'm like, oh, we're going on vacation. Just tell me where to be and when to be there and I'll be there.
That's pretty much what she says.
I do.
She will actually call me because she takes the shuttle down to the airport, and she will call me like multiple times and be like, hey, what time did our plane leave again? I still haven't booked my shuttle.
Yeah. So I just,
anyway, so that kind of describes the channel and how we collaborate, but it works.
Just tell me what to do and I'll get it done. But if I'm in charge, I can do it. I know how to do it. I will have to do it in February with my business partner, and I've taken on Mandy's role. So I can do that. I just don't.
Yeah, your business partner is crazy, like strolling into the airport, like to walk straight on the plane and not be early. That's nuts. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Well, good old TSA pre-check. Thank you for forcing me to get that, Mandy. Okay. Anyhow.
Okay. Next question was, why is your precious puppy named Mr. Goose?
This is all you.
The dog is my son's. Mr. Goose is my son's. He has wanted Mr. Goose for a very long time, and he has had his name Albert Von Goose picked out for probably 4 or 5 years now.
He's a teenage boy.
Yeah. So
I mean, he just
is where
kids have weird things.
His name comes in. My husband's had to take him to the vet just for his like normal puppy stuff, and I think he's embarrassed to call him Mr. Goose, so he calls him Goose.
Which is cute too. It works, right? Yeah. My parents had a dog named Mr. Mustache because he had like a brown mustache on his white face. Like it works. Yeah. My kids named our German Shepherd after supernatural characters. So, kids do weird things. with names. So
but
sometimes.
Mr. Goose is just
it's so
I
he's so
can't
cute.
think of
I was kind of
calling
hoping you'd bring him,
anything
and
else.
I was like, wait, my husky would probably think he was a toy. So never mind.
That's a long car ride for a little guy.
It is a very long car ride.
Okay, next question is, this person had a lot of questions for us. So who are your top 10 authors, top 10 audiobook narrators, top 10 favorite books of 24, mafia books, fantasy books, and all-time favorite books? So we are going to link some videos down below and tell you to stay tuned onto our channel, because we will be doing our top 24 of 2024 and then our top 20 all-time books. And we've been asked a few times about the audiobooks, so we are going to put that on our list as well and figure that out.
Yeah, that's a little harder for me because I just listen to audiobooks and I don't go, oh, that one was amazing. So I'd have to really concentrate. So we're going to figure that out. Yeah. Okay.
Am I still just reading the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so what gave you the courage to start making bookish videos? Or it was really just me telling Jessica we should just do it. So we decided to do it.
Mandy cracked the whip.
Yeah.
Mandy and I both had businesses where we had to be like, and I know you do this at the school too, where we're put on, you have to speak, you do public speaking. I've been to events with my old job where I spoke in front of hundreds and hundreds of women. So like being in front of a camera is no different. I had to make videos for that company and stuff all the time too. So this part, I mean, as far as having the courage to do it, we've been doing these kinds of things for a while. I have no problem with it.
Oh, I think we're doing it together too.
It makes a difference. Yeah. If I was doing it alone, it's nice though, because we talk to each other. Yeah, we're talking to each other versus talking to a camera. So,
yeah. Okay. What romance book conventions do you both attend, and tips and tricks for the best experience? So we do have a video for tips and tricks, so we'll link that below as well. And what book conventions do we attend? We attend a lot of them. And we base it mainly off of what authors are going to be there. So there is a question later, and I guess I should have just combined these, but how do you find all the book signings? So basically we started finding them pretty much based on authors like announcing that they were going to be on stuff. And then once you kind of get going in the book convention community, if you will, you start seeing all the other ones, and then you hear like authors announcing which ones they're going to. So we kind of just went from there.
Yeah. I mean, once you get started, once you go to one or two, then you're already in their groups, and then you know if you want to go to that one again. So you know that that's coming, and then you just in your groups, in your reading groups and stuff on Facebook or whatever you're in, that's where you're going to hear about these. So it's not like we belong to a special group that tells us exactly when they're going to be. I mean, that would be very nice, but.
So the ones we're going to in 2025, we're going to Wild and Windy in Phoenix in February. That is sold out. We're going to Rain City again in May in Seattle. I believe there are still tickets for that one. Then we're going to Beyond the Reader.
Beyond the Read.
I always say that wrong. I'm so sorry. We're influencers for that. I really need to learn how to pronounce things. And that's in Ohio. And I think VIP, like certain levels are sold out.
But there's still tickets.
General admission.
I believe it's Columbus, because that's where I've been 100 times. And I was like, oh yeah, Columbus.
I've never been. I'm
my company used to be there. So.
And there's some cool authors that are going to be there too. So excited about that. So there are tickets for that. Then we're going to be at BB4E in Vancouver, which tickets are sold out. There is a wait list, but like a lot of people wanted to go to that. So I'm not sure if waitlist tickets would be a possibility.
I don't know.
Then we're going to be in Love in Seattle in August. And I believe that there are still tickets for that. VIP might be sold out, but there are general admission as of like making this video. Yeah. Then we're going to be influencers at Be Love Spread Love in August in Vegas. And
that's going to be hot. Like hot.
Hot. There's still tickets for that available. And then trying to think. And then in October, we are planning on going to Love in Vegas once again. Tickets have not gone on sale for that yet, though. So that's one that you could get in on. We have gone to Love in Vegas several times, and we really, really enjoy it. It's going to be at the Paris Hotel again, and they have like double the convention space that they had this last time. So we're excited to go to that one.
And there might be a few that if you attend, that you'll see me at without Mandy, although I try to get Mandy there. But this is for the book, for my book box company. My business partner is not as she's plugged in, but she's not as plugged into the community as Mandy and I are. So she's still looking for a few authors. But hers is all fantasy. So I have to go to I don't have to, I want to, I'm going to go with her RomantasyCon in February, but I only did like 3 pre-orders because I'm like, who are these people? I don't know who any of these people are. So there might be a few like that, but a lot of the times we're hoping Mandy can be with us when we do it for the business as well. So
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have several in 2026 on our list that don't have tickets on sale yet.
Yes.
Okay. Are you in any romance-only book club or romance-only book clubs that I could join to is a question. So we are not in any book clubs. We do our monthly buddy read with Amber and Jen. But we have been thinking about trying to incorporate, it was an idea that a couple people had put the last time we did a questionnaire thing, and we kind of been toying with it. We haven't quite figured it out. So if you have ideas on how to make this work, you can email us your thoughts or you can comment those below. But we're trying to work out how we could do something, incorporate it with like our TBR video at the beginning of the month. Like we're both going to read this book, and then we're hesitant to set up a live show just because our schedules are kind of crazy. Like we both work, we both have families. And so trying to be consistent on a live show is kind of tricky, especially with already doing the buddy read. And so we were trying to figure out how we could announce it and then do some sort of like discussion in our final our wrap-up video about it, but still include you guys. And so then we thought, well, maybe we start a Facebook group for a book club, and we just haven't really been able to figure out what we want to do. So we want to do something, but we don't know how to make it work, because whatever we do, we want to make sure that we can be 100% invested in it and not have it be something we have to keep postponing or not participate in,
because it gets crazy.
So give us your ideas.
You got it.
Comment below. How would you like to see it work?
Exactly.
Okay. What author would you like to have write you into one of their stories? And what type of character would you like to be? Oh my gosh, that is a loaded question. Karen Crompton put my last name in one of her books, which I thought was super cool.
She referenced the big blue aliens for me, and she's thanked us. BJ Alpha has thanked us at the back of her books as well, for being.
But as for being a character in a book, I don't know. Maybe it would be fun if we were just like referenced as like bestie book reviews, like, you know, one of the main characters watches our channel or something. But as for being a character in a book, I don't know that I don't want to see that.
I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. I think
I kind of just want to be myself. Yeah, to be honest. So I think that would be fun.
Yeah. And we do have some author friends like, you know, hey guys, you know who you are. You could do that, but you don't have to. So, but
shamelessly plugging bestie book reviews.
But I'm just saying, like, it would have to be something that flowed with the story. And I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be fun, but I mean, if you write me in as like a main character and I'm over here with Mr. Mafia Dude, I'm gonna feel like I'm cheating on my husband. So I don't know that we can do that. Like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Have to be a side character.
Have to be a side character. Yeah.
All right. Since starting your YouTube channel and reviewing books, have there been any romance tropes that have surprised you that you enjoy?
Breeding. When I first realized that there was a name for the trope, like that there was an actual trope and it wasn't just, oh, I just like this when they do this. I was like, oh, that's a thing. And I like that thing. Omegaverse. Like just picking up Omegaverse. I was like, am I into this? Oh, I'm definitely into this. There's been a few, but I read the weirder stuff. So, I mean, the tentacles.
I would probably say Taboo, but I got hooked on that right away.
Yeah.
So before I started reading, if somebody would have pitched some of those books, I don't know if I would have gone along with it, but
I don't know. I was
really
into dark. Like I started reading dark right away. So I don't know.
And I mentioned this in a couple of our recent videos because I read that book, What We Keep by Jennifer Milliken. And it's Marriage in Crisis, which I didn't think I would enjoy. And I really, really liked it. But it's just so different than what I thought it was going to be. I just didn't want to read about a couple arguing on it.
I know. And we said that from the beginning. There's been a few books that have come up that people have like raved about, but they were always marriage in trouble or marriage in crisis. And there's been times when Mandy and I have talked about it. And I'm like, I have a happy marriage. I don't want to read about that. I don't want to put that in my head. I just don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So to know that you read it and you loved it Like that
is so different.
Yeah.
It's not what I thought it was going to be at all. And I don't want to give anything away, but it was so good. Yeah. I just, in my mind, I just always thought it was just going to be like a couple like arguing and being like, why did you not do da 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 da, or, you know, typical couple fights, but that have escalated to the point where they just don't like each other and they're fighting about everything. And I'm like, I don't want to read about that. But that was not what this book was at all. Okay. If you could pick one book character to describe each other, who would it be?
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea.
I don't either. I've got no clue. I mean, when this question came up and you were talking to me about it yesterday, I just sat there and I was like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I've never read a book and went, oh, that reminds me of Mandy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We would have to think a lot longer on that question and really pay attention because
I don't know that I would ever come up with it.
Yeah. You're just too unique.
Yes. So are you.
Cute.
Okay. Has YouTube been the experience you were anticipating it being?
I think it's kind of surpassed that in a lot of ways. Being able to make friends with a lot of the authors that we love, I think has really surprised me that way. Yes.
I never thought we would have author friends.
I never thought we'd have 2,000 people watching our videos. So let's be honest here, people. Yeah. We were doing this for fun for ourselves, and it's grown. Yeah. And we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I didn't really know what I was hoping would happen. I know at the beginning there was a lot of frustration, just like our video quality wasn't great because we were having to use a streaming service. And so there were just a lot of different things that were frustrating. But once all of that stuff got smoothed out, like it's been like, it's definitely surpassed.
Yeah. And we've done it long enough now. It's been 2 years that our husbands know that Saturday mornings the girls are going to be recording, and there's just, and my kids know, like your kids know, they don't tend to bug us. I mean, unless we've gone too long, then they bug us. We also know that we get really, really funny later in the day and forget a lot of things. So we like to record first thing in the morning.
And we get to spend a lot more time together now.
We do. We spend a lot more time
on our book trips, which is a lot of fun.
It is.
But I was a huge avid reader when I was younger.
I started reading when I was going through all my surgeries. It started more. It started a little before that, but I really got into it when I was laying in bed having all the surgeries. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say it's definitely surpassed it in ways that I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
Like our friendship.
Yeah. I think we've gotten closer. I didn't think we could get closer. We got closer.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Literally, because we can't sit onto the camera unless we're so close.
I have linebacker shoulders. Dang the German breeding. German stock. I don't blame the Irish or the Scottish in me. I blame the German for that.
Okay. Anything genre-wise that you both would like to explore this coming year? I can't really think of anything.
I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy reading what I've been reading. Yeah. And then we force each other out of our comfort zones with our convincing. Yeah. So,
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so. No. Brayden must be back. Brayden's back.
Oh, where'd he go?
For a bike ride. He said he needed to get off some of this holiday weight.
So I should probably borrow his bike. Okay. In the years since you've been reading, have your reading tastes changed at all?
For me, I don't think so. I started reading in 2020, so I haven't been reading that long. And I started my very first books that I read that were not fan fiction, because that's the only way it's changed, was Natasha Knight. I picked up one of her duets, and it was dark from the get-go. And then I jumped into Tilly Cole right after. Like, I've always been the dark one. I've always liked the aliens. I've always liked that. So mine hasn't.
So I was an avid reader as a kid. I read a ton. Like, back when you had to go to the bookstore and buy books, like I was all into the Babysitter's Club. Like, I had my own personal library at home. I read
and now lot. You do again.
I do. And so throughout my adulthood, I didn't feel like I had time to read, because I would be like, I had little kids or, whatever else. And so I would just be like, oh, I'm just going to zone out and watch TV. And now instead of zoning out watching TV, I read. But anyway, I would occasionally read, but I read very mainstream books that you could find at Target. And now Target is getting some of my favorite authors in, but like I'm talking back when like they had very slim pickings, and I enjoyed some of those books. So I would say my tastes have changed, where I've kind of gone a lot more indie.
Yeah.
Than the mainstream books.
You guys have watched any of our videos, you know I can't stand the mainstream books.
Yeah.
I want indie, and we are avid supporters of indie authors. And so even if their books are at Barnes and Noble or Target, we tend to choose to buy directly from the author because it benefits them more.
Yes.
Most of the time. Unless we get like Barnes and Noble gift cards.
Amazon.
Oh, I have Amazon too. Amazon's awesome. If they're not awesome, they shut down my account. Yeah. Amazon. Damn Amazon.
Okay. Will you do a favorite author ranking at some point, both by trope, but also overall? So we do have our top books, and yeah, we could do an author one if that's what something you guys want to see. It will end in me freaking out and crying a lot, but yes.
Mandy does not like doing these videos where she has to narrow things down. Ever.
No.
Ever.
I like to play favorites.
It's not playing favorites.
Okay, are you going to do a novella book recommendation? We just did one, so we'll link that below, and I think there's one from like when we first started too. So we'll link some stuff below.
Yeah.
Who is the author the two of you would love to interview but have not yet? We might have different answers on this.
I know yours because you typed yours in already.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yours.
I said Carrie Ann Cole. I have chatted with her before, and she doesn't really do a lot of stuff like that. So
yeah, I said Cora Riley and and Tilly Cole.
Oh yeah, those two would be nice.
We'll see Tilly again. So we met her this last summer. We'll see her again in February, and we might broach the subject then, but we'll see. Tilly's a sweetheart, but you know, after the trauma she's been through, I don't know that she's going to want to jump onto an interview right away.
And we actually have some authors that would have been on this list, but we have those interviews coming.
Yes.
So hopefully those still work out. And
there's a lot in January, guys.
January
so
should be great.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What's one video on your channel that you wish more people would watch?
I didn't write anything down. I don't know. Do you have one?
I do. I actually went through our videos and looked at which did not have a lot of views out of curiosity, and they were all from like the beginning of 2023, which I don't blame you. People are watching yeah. But there's one that we did, and it was like April of 2023, and it's your mastectomy journey. And I'm like, that is one that I would really like for people to watch, because I think you talk about book representation, but you talk about your own journey. And I think that it is something that more people need to be aware of, and other women might find supportive.
Yeah. And I am going for my mastectomy tattoos this month. If you watch that video, it says that I was going to do it a year ago in January, but my daughter ended up at the hospital and it got postponed. And the person that's doing my tattoos is down by Mandy, but he books out years in advance. We're lucky he got me in a year later. And so that's coming up. We will take video. We'll try and maybe make a vlog with that. I do intend to listen to some books, at least until you get there, unless you're taking half the day off and coming and meeting me. My appointment's at 1, just so you know. But I do intend to do, I do plan to listen to books. We'll probably talk about books. We'll probably have a few recommendations there. Yet again, just so that it is book related, but I have no problem showing that off.
To do a new video, like an updated
video.
we
might need to do an updated mastectomy video. I do agree with you. I forgot about that video that we did. And I think it's really important because we do talk about the breast cancer gene and why I chose to do what I did. And I have no problem letting people see certain things when we're doing the tattoos. Not that I don't know that we need to put it all out on the internet, but we will see some stuff. So
maybe we'll update that video, redo it, and get some new book recs on there.
Yes.
Okay. What books have stuck with you through the years of reading romance? And I think you'll see that in our top 20.
Yeah. I mean, really, they are going to be our top 20. I mean, I can think like the ones that are in my head right now are in my top 20. And so that will be out shortly.
And then somebody was wondering if there's any romantic suspense book recommendations we could give them. And we do have a romantic suspense video, so we'll link that below. And if that's something you guys want to see, we can do another one. Off the top of my head, Catherine Cowles.
Always. Everybody knows that. I've been writing it in my journal where we have like our trope list. I'll write when it's suspense, but I can't remember any off the top of my head. But we do have the video, and I'm sure we'll make another one here really soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one book you keep putting off but need to read? Ooh, what is it?
Something in the Way by Jennifer or Jessica Hawkins.
Yes.
I have not read this.
Oh my god.
And the reason why I have it is because I know that I'm gonna love it. And it's one of those things where when I'm in a book slump, I'm like, you know what? Bailey, you're fine. My dog wants it. When I just know that I know it's gonna be good, and I have really high hopes and expectations for it.
So
and so and I know it's a trilogy, and I just hold on. I have actually 2 copies on my shelves. I haven't read them yet, though.
It's written in the 90s, like the start of the story is in the 90s, and Pearl Jam, is it Black? And that came on my music the other day, and it just took me back to that book. And I read that book when I first started reading.
Yeah.
So like when you think, oh well, a couple of years, but like I've read like 800 and some. No, I've read over 1,000 books. 7, reading for 3 years. So I've read over 1,000 books, and for something like that to still stick with me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. You have to read that. My answer is that there's about 1,000 of them, and they're all on my TBR.
I have a lot that I want Mandy to read that she hasn't yet. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. 3 most difficult books to put down. You would probably, I don't know that I can narrow that down.
I do remember when I was reading The Wild by Kay Webster, I didn't want to put it down. That's all I did. I devoured that book. And again, a lot of these books are in our top 20.
Yeah, that's what
it really is. But I know for sure that one. There's just Eclipse Ritual. When we read Eclipse Ritual, I didn't want to put that one down either, by Kate Rivenhall. They're shorter books, but I didn't want to put that down.
When I read the Off Balance series, I devoured like all of those books in less than 3 days while working full time. And I would sit up because I was reading the physical book, and I would sit up in my bathroom with the light on so I wasn't disturbing my husband, who's trying to sleep, without like the main light on in the bedroom. And I would read until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then have to get up in a couple hours
to go to work.
That is definitely when I could not put that series down.
There's been a lot like that. Again, I think they're all in our top 20. And so that, how long after this video comes out, it will be out within the week, right?
A week or 2.
A week or so. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming really, really soon.
Yeah, we have our next.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like our December wrap up, our top 24 of 24. Then I think we have our rec in there, and our top 20 and 1 minute book recs, obviously. Okay, the next one is, do you have any favorite plus size recommendations? I struggle, like Jessica and I both are not skinny people. Like we are who we are, had kids, all that fun stuff. So I struggle with plus size books when that is like the focus point, because when we're reading like a normal book, you don't sit there and hear like, oh, she's so skinny. Oh, she's so petite. Like it's referenced once or twice, and then you move on. But in the plus size, like when people talk about curvy girl or plus size, I feel like it's often like so focused on in the book that it takes away from the story and from who the characters are, because we're just obsessed with the fact that she's overweight, and that drives me insane. So I would say S.J. Tilley does a great job of writing, those curvy girls without it becoming the focal point. And like the girls will sometimes, or the women will sometimes have will make comments about their weight, like when the guy picks them up or something, like, oh my gosh, you can't do that, like you're gonna break your back, which is normal response. Like, so I feel like does a great job of it. It doesn't bother me, but it's usually if I see the heroine is like plus size or curvy girl, I'm like, oh, do I even want to read this? Because it drives me insane. Yeah. So here's my 2 cents. And when we saw this question, I was like, can I give it? Mandy's like, yes. I do think Victoria Aveline has her Calcinian, or it's her alien romance. It starts with so Theo's book is the first. I think you read Choosing Theo. Yes, you have. Yeah, I did. I didn't even realize that was a plus size heroine. I mean, I read it a couple of years ago. I didn't realize it was a plus size heroine until I saw some graphics that she had done.
And so I would definitely recommend those. But as somebody who's battled my weight my whole life, I don't want to read about someone who's heavier. I mean, this is a fantasy for me. And so, and being thin is a fantasy for me too. And there's also times when, when I'm reading it, and I think everybody, so Mandy, I know that we know how much each other weighs, and we're roughly the same, but our bodies look different, way different. So if you tell me that somebody is 180 pounds, what I picture for 180 pounds in my head is different than what you're going to picture for 180 pounds in your head. As somebody who is taller and I have, very broad shoulders and stuff, I carry my weight differently. So when they reference someone and how they like, oh, there are a couple of rolls, I'm like, okay, are they rolls like little ones like I have, or are they like rolls? And so I think that's where it's hard for me because I have a hard time picturing it. And I also, why would I dwell on that? I don't like that. So there's a couple recommendations. It's just not something that we tend to gravitate to, and that's our choice because we live it. I don't want to read it. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Do you plan to have a Storygraph account? Just switching it up there real fast.
No. I know that's kind of becoming the thing, but we use our Goodreads, and that's where all of our books are, and we'd have to transfer things over. I know. It sounds like a lot of work.
I'm like, that's just too much. I use Goodreads and I use our TBR journal.
Yeah, and we have, we have all these other platforms that we do for our channel, and it's a lot. My big linebacker shoulders are on the way here.
What is your all-time favorite? Oh, and those of you who have Storygraph, tell us, like, I mean, maybe
why
us
why
we should
exactly
get one.
Yeah,
let me know, because to me it just seems overwhelming.
It is. Everything's
really like change. Like, I've realized some things that I can be flaky. I didn't think of myself as a flaky person, but if you text me, it may be like weeks before you hear back from me. I don't know why.
Not me. She texted me back right away.
And so I can be a little flaky. I didn't realize that about myself.
But I definitely don't like change.
And I don't really care for change if I haven't initiated it.
Yeah, because she initiates change all the time and I have to suck it up and deal with it. But yeah, I think both of us are that way. And I don't think it has to do with our age, because I remember being this way when I was younger too. I'm the firstborn, and I like things done my way, and I don't like to change things up at all. I get very
type A personality.
I get very grumpy, and you know this. My business partner knows this. We don't like to change things up. I also don't like to be told what to do either. So I like to do the telling.
I'm an only child, which is what my husband blames it on, but I think it's more my type A personality.
I think it's your personality, because I'm the same way.
Than my
Yeah, I'm a little less type A than Mandy is, but I do have a lot of type A tendencies. So
yeah, my type A gets us places.
It really does. It keeps me in line when she's like, I made a spreadsheet. I'm like, oh God, none of their spreadsheets. But in the end, I'm like, hey, where'd that spreadsheet go? Like, I need it. So I can laugh at you all I want, but yeah.
Who has never had to stand in line to see an author that we already saw because they forgot a book? Not me. And you've had to do it.
It was on my list, but I walk off, forget that I have them. I've gotten better with my spreadsheet now.
Well, I think after the last time I started telling you I was putting your stuff on the spreadsheet.
No. Hi, McKinley Moo.
We have a guest.
We have a husky down here, but there's a lot of cords and stuff.
Okay. Where were we at? Oh, what is your all-time favorite trope to read?
Dark romance? I think, when I think about my dark, like, then you have the subtropes, like Mafia is a big one. Mafia and Captive are huge for me. And if you throw in a side of breeding, then I'm really happy. But I like them to be actual assholes. They have to be jerks. They have to be mean. But definitely dark. Always dark.
I like age gap, but when it's like taboo and forbidden.
Like, there has to be a reason.
Not that she's 27 and he's 39. No. I like it to be like, this is not not wrong, like dirty wrong, but like wrong as in, like birthday girl wrong.
Yeah.
Or off balance wrong.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing. But where their love is so much that it doesn't matter that these outside forces are happening.
Because, when you're older like that and you meet an older person, it doesn't matter as much as if when you're younger and you meet that older person.
And brother's best friend is not taboo.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started.
I don't even feel
just
like
date who you want to date.
But,
Good Lord. Yeah. If you're an adult and he's an adult, Have fun.
But your son's girlfriend that's living with you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little taboo. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And I feel like I've read all the good ones,
so somebody go write another one.
Okay. How do you obtain interviews from authors?
I shouldn't say it's easy because it's not easy. We like to make connections with our authors. Yes. We make friends with our authors first. We tend to meet them at events for the most part. And then from there, it naturally comes about. We don't approach people that we don't have a connection with to do an interview.
Yeah.
We like to have that relationship and that friendship.
Or we've messaged back and forth. And
because we want them to know that we're going to take care of them. This isn't going to be where we're going to put you on the spot and we're going to do something weird. We want them to know that we are doing this because we love them and we support them and we want everybody to be able to see them and hear from them. So we like to create that environment. You can't really do that if you're not friends with them. So yeah.
What is your favorite dark romance trope? I'm sorry, I'm just like
it's so good.
This, but we're gonna get 42
I know.
minutes.
Whoopsie. Favorite dark romance trope. Captive. Club her over the head, drag her back with you.
I like dark romance.
You like Mafia?
Oh yeah, Mafia.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Mafia when he is like to everybody, like, and then but with her he's very different.
Yeah, so you also like the forced marriage
when
thing
that
too.
surprises him. Yeah, how he feels. Like I like that a lot.
Yep.
Look for that in my top 20. Okay. What's your favorite books of the year? We have that video coming, so make sure you check that out. How do you find all the book signings? I already talked about that. Okay, last one. Goals for a channel in 2025.
For a channel in 2025. You're the one that sets the goals and I just follow them. So we have a lot of events that we're going to attend. I think we just want to continue to grow and we want to continue to bring you guys the videos that you want. I don't foresee us adding any more videos to our schedule because I don't know how we would ever do that as far as more days where we do videos. So I think it's just we would like to hit 3,000 subscribers
by July.
That's Mandy. Mandy set that goal for us and I just have to follow along. So that is our hope. But as long as we do it within the year, it'll make me happy.
By July.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay.
I would love to see us be at 4,000 by the end of the year. That might be lofty.
It might be lofty, but we'll see.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So that would, and then we just want to keep putting out content you guys want to see. So we plan to still give away books on here and ask you guys for your input on what you want to see us do. Because while we love reading these books, we want to also make sure that we're putting out stuff that helps you guys find authors and books that you want to read as well.
Yes.
So those are our goals. Grow the channel, go to some more book signings,
make more friends with more authors. Yeah.
All right. It is time to do our 2K drawing. So we have those 7 books that will be coming to you.
Do you want to grab the computer?
Yes, I do.
All right. Oh, okay. Woo.
Computer.
Got the computer. Okay, we've got everybody's names. So let's see who is going to win all the books. If I could do it right. Where'd my finger go? Oh, there it is. Well, it is what it is. Okay, it's spinning. Okay, who is it?
Fabi Silva.
Sure, we're gonna go Fabi Silva. Yes. All right. So, yay! Congratulations.
We've messaged with her before.
Have we?
Yes. She sent us some books.
Oh, that's right.
And now we will send you some books.
Now we're going to send you some books. Perfect. All right. Well, congratulations. Thank you. That is awesome.
Yes. So we will get those 7 books in the mail to you right away.
Yes.
And thank you all so much for subscribing and being on this journey with us. And make sure you hit that notification button because we have some really fun videos coming up. And thank you so much. We
check
really
back
on
what days?
Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for new videos from us.
Thanks for watching, guys. And thank you for being a part of our 2K celebration and for getting us here. And we will see you in the next video.